movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Ready for the most exciting football competition in St. Lucia. The JP It's a Side Medium Goals Football Competition is coming to the home of football in Foaso. Presented by John Paul, the SLP endorsed candidate for Babano. This tournament promises to be an unforgettable experience. Join us on Saturday, September 6th and Sunday, September 7th from 5 p.m. onwards. Compete against the best teams and win big. The prizes are as follows. First place winner, $2,000 in cash. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $500. Most goals, $250. And MVP, also $250. For more information, call 727-8180. Don't miss out on the action. Mark your calendars for September 6th and 7th and come support your favorite team at the home of football in Foaso. It's gonna be epic. The JP It's a Side Medium Goals Football Competition, where skill meets excitement. See you there.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knightsmed Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The CDC opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Yes, the best a man can get.
Another hurricane season is upon us. Make this year different. Equip yourself with a backup power generator from JH Launchers Electric. We can source and supply any size, any type to your specifications. But the best part is we stock generators. No more long waiting and delays for your home unit. We proudly stock from 2,000 watts all the way to 26,000 watts gas and diesel generators. Automatic and manual transfer switches are also in stock. Visit JH Launchers Electrics today.
The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Another wonderful Wednesday afternoon to you, everyone. It is the third day of the month of September 2025. This is The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, your host, alongside my co-host, Terry Fenelo, and our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. I hope you're having a good day so far. I certainly am. It's warm, of course, humid, but what else do we expect? So many other things, including the warmth and the heat that's part of our blessedness and which we should always cherish. I just wish that we would recognize that and treat our country well. You understand? All this littering and all of that is not necessary. We are, in this respect, a modern country. We have modern landfill and systems of processing and packing and burying the waste and identifying a new site. That is why one of the things that really turns me off certain people is when they go closing down landfills, sanitary landfills that took so many years of surveys and studies and bickering and about where it should be and where it shouldn't be. And when we have one, you can't find anything else to do but on the basis of some harebrained scheme that you call an investment, you shut down a sanitary landscape. Let me tell you something, folks. It ain't only the things that smell nice and that look nice, that have aesthetics about them, that are vital and important and we shouldn't ignore, For too many years, I heard this ignorant point of view about a prison. What we need a new prison for? Let them stay there. Let them be like pigs inside there. They'll know not to do things to go inside there. So anything that doesn't have good aesthetics about it, we can't appreciate how important it is for our development, for our preservation, for our health. There are many things, that are not pretty. Cleaning the drains and doing those things. These are not your typical, prim and proxy kind of work and so on, but yet they have to be done. They're absolutely vital for the beauty of the country, for the health of the country, for the attractiveness of the country, and all those sorts of things. Toilets. Who need toilets if we want human beings? And we absolutely had to use them, but we have to. We have to build them. We have to build septic tanks. And if the septic tank ruptures because it was improperly constructed, somebody got to go and break that concrete and face all the unpleasantness to fix it and to do all those sorts of things. So people who believe that prison was not important. Right now I was just thinking the other night, we probably need to think about enlarging the Bodily Correctional Facility because the 500 inmates that it was built to house, I think it has long surpassed that almost from the get-go, meaning that the country was screaming for facilities. However, I guess some of the pressure has been taken off because of the reconstruction of what was previously called custody suites. And so we will, I'm sure, be thinking of a sustainable way to manage criminal justice in this country, including and especially the detention facilities, the pre-bail facilities, people who are waiting a determination on whether they will be granted bail or something of that kind, that we will have them in the country. But who does that? In the 21st century, go and to shut down a sanitary landfill, and so waste has to be trucked all the way from the south. And then not saying this is a big country, when you hear me say all the way. You're talking about the terrain over which you must go. There is no way to move from the south to the north, whether you take the west coast road, whether you take the East Coast road, you have to go over some serious mountain range areas with very sharp or sometimes hairpin bends and so on, and to be trucking waste over that distance. If there is any accident that truck tips over, as they say, it capsizes, it goes down some kind of cliff or precipice or casco, that is another environmental disaster right there that you have caused. But you go shutting it down so that you can have horse race track, so that you can have, a whole lot of harebrained, schemes and so on, like somebody whose brain is no bigger than that of a chicken, not even a hare, I would say, a rabbit, whatever, no bigger than that of a chicken, but who considers that they have intelligence that surpasses and is superior to that of everyone else. Anyway, folks, I have a short video clip. I know it's usually Terry who comes with them. We're going to play it because we need to keep reminding people of this country, the progress that is taking place in it. Let us not become desensitized. Let us not become blasé. Let us not become like, it's so much normal. It's so much par for the course that we get good governance that we ever take it for granted because we had some really awful leadership and governance in the not too distant past. Jaquan is trying to get it loaded. As soon as he does, he will play it. But let me, in the meantime, go over to my co-host, Terry, What have you got cooking today?
But you ask who does that? But you know who does that.
Oh, only one person. Really? There's only one person.
I use it right. Hair brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who does that, Shelton? But that was a rhetorical question. We all know who does stupid things and who did stupid things.
And to this day keeps defending, keeps justifying, not once apologizing or expressing any kind of remorse or regret about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have to understand that, as Shelton said, we came from the dark days, the Matthias years, the years of 2016 to 2021. These were the dark days in St. Lucia history, where all kinds of crazy decisions were made. We saw the reverse of Sir Arthur Lewis's investment by invitation. You know what I mean? You're bringing in your money and stuff. We had the reverse, a guy who says he has a mixed degree. So that degree was mixed up, because I couldn't understand. You're bringing everybody in and you give them our money, including our pensioners' money, to enrich themselves, and then we are left with nothing. So Sheldon asked, who does that? We know who does that. We'll not call his name there. We're not going to give them any publicity. I'm salty. We're going to take your advice. We only show the faces when it is absolutely necessary. No airplay. You understand? So I was just downloading the video there I saw on Facebook, because, as you correctly said, we may have to enlarge on the bodily correction facility, because these fellas on a rampage of violence. Yes. But we have the video lined up, so let me switch back to
okay. And just before you click the play button on the video, Jaquan, earlier this morning someone sent me a couple messages saying he heard about a shooting in the Marshall area this morning, and apparently somebody lost their life in that area. Do you believe Philip J. Pierre, if he could just wave a hand and stop the shootings, he wouldn't stop them? A lot of them taking place in his constituency. You believe he would ever be comfortable about that? Yeah. And that is exactly what they've been trying to say, that the opposition going about and jumping up and trying to tie everything around the neck of one particular MP. That the causes of crime are not, they don't call for easy answers and easy solutions. They are complex as they are varied. And you need to look at them. You need to find out what is going on. It's a multi-pronged, multifaceted approach. Where are those guns coming from? How are they getting into St. Lucia? Do we need to look at beyond the official ports, the unpoliced bays and cays and beaches and so on of our country? There are so many inlets and landing spots and so on. Some of them you would consider that nobody would even want to go there. But yes, the criminals know them and they go there. They do all sorts of things, including crimes at sea, lifting people's fish pots, and if you stumble upon them, you may well lose your life, in that situation. Criminals are criminals. They don't think straight like we would consider straight. They consider all crooked ways to plan and do crooked things. But anyway, let's play the video.
The Caribbean is not just a paradise for sun seekers. It's a powerhouse of economic growth in 2024. While the world is uncertain, the Caribbean defies the odds, with several nations posting jaw-dropping growth rates and redefining their futures. From Guyana's oil-fueled boom to Grenada's tourism surge, these economies are thriving like never before. But what's driving this incredible momentum? In this video, let's dive into the 10 fastest growing Caribbean economies of 2024, backed by IMF data, to uncover the secrets behind their success. Whether it's renewable energy projects, booming tourism, or groundbreaking investments, these nations are setting the stage for a new era of Caribbean prosperity. Join us as we have St. Lucia with 3.9% GDP growth at number 9. St. Lucia is another Caribbean country that has seen remarkable growth in recent years. The country experienced robust economic growth in 2024, with its GDP expanding by 3.9% in 2025. This marked the fourth consecutive year of GDP growth since Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre took office in July 2021. Strong performances in the construction and tourism sectors primarily drove the country's economy. Tourism, in particular, showed significant recovery, with stayover arrivals surpassing 2019 levels by October 2024. The government's economic policies, including the MSME Loan Grant Facility, Youth Economy Agency, and Community Tourism Agency, supported local businesses and contributed to this growth. Additionally, St. Lucia attracted over $1.1 billion in foreign direct investment, and multiple government-backed public sector projects will inject over $600 million into the economy through 2026. The future is bright for the country, as the IMF predicts it will see great growth of 2.6% in 2025.
Thank you very much for that, Jaquan. You know, people... Oops, what am I doing? Haven't you noticed anytime this kind of information comes out, there are people who are falling over themselves to come and tell you, they're lying to you. It's always that, you know. It's always, they're lying to you. And then you tell yourself, first of all, even if it's a lie, let's take it that, what turns on it? Does anything really turn on it that your entire basis, your entire raison d'etre in your politicking is to point out that somebody's lying? It's always a lie. Lying. They're lying to you. What turns on the lie? And secondly, what does the person uttering that lie, as you allege, have anything to gain in terms of making life better for them, in terms of keeping them in office for a longer period? That you have become the master démentir, you know? That's what you specialize in, démenting people. And almost at every turn, you are the one being shown to be lying through your teeth, with all your tongue, deep down your throat, wherever we can think of, you are the one who is almost consistently being caught lying and so on. If it's not to say somebody's lying and they're fooling you with that smirk on your face to show like, you know, I know something you don't know, you know, when you know nothing, you always know about visa and the Americans, what they're going to do us with our visa-free access, and Europe, you know. That's what you're on about, you know. It's always about a visa or about a lying allegation and so on. Anyway, enough said. Terry, over to you.
Again, Shelton, this is testimony of a prime minister who is measured, who is steady, who is fiscally prudent, who is savvy, who is wise. I mean, you heard it. This is from the IMF. It didn't come from the office of the prime minister, you know. This was compiled, and it says 3.9% robust economic growth for the past 4 years. You know what I mean? The prime minister took that where he sunk by minus 26% under this guy who borrowed $500 million, and he sank the economy. It tanked under him. And it didn't tank because of COVID, you know. It was tanking in 2017 already. We were already under. And he came and said, oh, COVID made it worse. We are broke. We have no more money. Prime Minister came in. He did not complain. As a very good, wise man, economist, he called his team together and they set about righting the ship of state. And for 4 years, we had positive economic growth. And in the 4th year, you heard it 2024 from the figures of the IMF. You can't fool the IMF, you know. You can't fool them. We saw a fella there, Gwenson in Washington, trying to bluff the IMF and say, well, give me this and this. No, you can't bluff the fellas. So they put out the figures and they tell you 3.9. I mean, robust. That is why Philip J. is able to do the things he's doing, because he's not squandering your money. He's not giving fellas in cement factory to buy vaccines. He's not doing nonsense. He's steady, prudent, measured. He thinks before he acts. You understand? He covers his bases. And so today we can report that the IMF, they are pleased with St. Lucia because we are making steady progress under the great Philip J. Pierre.
All right. I keep wondering, if they say a recession is defined as being 3 consecutive or successive quarters of economic contraction.
Yes.
I wonder when we talk about 4 years, you know, of successive expansion or growth of the economy, the GDP and so on. I wonder what they call that. If that's not what they call a boom.
Dr. Augustine might tell us.
The economy is booming. Carlton Augustine, we need you today. You know.
It's booming.
How do you describe the performance of the economy of St. Lucia? It clearly is counter-recessionary. It's not in recession for sure. It's not showing contraction, but consistent growth over 4 years. What do you call that?
And I'm sure we projected to grow again because there is money circulating, and with all the You pass by the docks.
No, not just monetary nowadays.
Yes.
It's almost like it's a habit for me to meet people, especially people engaged in the hospitality trade.
Right.
Restaurants and so on. They tell me I can't get workers. I'm looking for workers. I cannot find workers. You know, where people would be clamoring. One guy from Beaufort asked me the other day to read that on FAM. That, you know, people who want work can call him.
Yeah.
Another one right up north along the Castries Grosley Highway. So, man, you know how difficult it is for me. Because I was telling him, look, I eat at his place from time to time. I like my roast pork. And I used to wonder, well, what is the difference between sometimes when I see him do it? He said, look, man, I've tried to train fellas and so on, but I find a lot of people, they're only interested in the money. And when he told me the money he pays people for doing back, I said, what? You able to generate that? He said, yes, you know, because it's so difficult to get people that he thinks he has to pay them well. Yeah. Now, that may be just one example. But there were times you were not hearing that at all about people telling you, it's like too many people coming after them for work and so on. Yeah. So when you begin to hear that kind of thing, you need to ask yourself, is there so much employment in the society that right now there's a labor shortage?
Oh yeah, there is, because Shelton, one of the guys we meet in the open gym, he works on the docks. Sometimes when we plan our little lines, like tonight, we may go up to the barra. Everybody is a little tired. Tell you, man, I can't go, man. I have to work. There are ships there, man, cement and steel and stuff. We have to do stuff, and it's a problem because the wharf it's littered with containers.
No, tell me about it. I had reason to go to the dock because I had to go collect something at Shed 6.
Right.
And I was afraid where I normally pass because those stacks of containers everywhere, places where you never saw them. It's the last little turn to go to Shed 6. Yeah. It was just so much that I said, my goodness, if there's a little tremor.
Oh, you're in trouble there.
I finished,
you're in trouble.
And I'm telling you, I never saw the place so packed and
with
crowded
containers,
and stacked
man.
with containers.
And don't forget, Christmas is on, so a lot
we're not even in the cruise season, and there's so much economic
so I mean, it's booming, so people can say what they want. They can spin as much as they want. The reality
or
is
try to distract us. Try to distract us if AI tampered images of minister throwing woman down. This kind of
Nonsense. We don't have time for that. So the country. I mean, I have a little clip of 46 seconds of a lady talking about the sulfur springs.
Okay.
Our country is so beautiful, and fellas want to team up with Rijok put out something. You say Philip, I mean, really and truly, Philip J. facilitated somebody. I mean, seriously, that Philip J. we know will involve himself in any kind of criminal activity.
That's why we always have to remind people that Rijok himself is a criminal.
And anybody who associated with
money laundering and drug trafficking and all those serious crime. The guy spent about 10 years in jail.
Yes.
So when you see they have people like that being their propaganda hitmen, you have to tell yourself, examine the horns of those bulls that they send charging at us. Yeah. Because the bulls are full of something else that comes out of the other side. If it's not a Martinez, who is a jailbird himself, having taken jail, for this kind of thing. Yeah. Now they always using as their hitman Ken Rijok, a self-admitted, self-confessed, drug trafficker, smuggler, all this kinds of thing on Rijok. But Rijok, rather than look to his own rehabilitation and reform and so on, I mean, if he went to jail for one thing, the guy's considered redoing that thing, and we know what that thing is.
Let's play a nice little clip, just 36 seconds, I think it is.
Yeah. So how was the trip?
It was amazing. I was only there for 4 days. Trying to find time to stay away is the issue. But 4 days, I was grateful. The Windjammer had us there. It was amazing. We went to this small town called Sanfria. And it's in a volcano. Have you ever been to a volcano before?
No, and I've never been to St. Lucia.
You have to go. It is so beautiful. It's this cute, the Sanfria is this beautiful town right on the edge of in between these two peaks, these mountains. It looks fake. And to see it's all black people, because you'll see a town like that in Scotland or on the Amalfi Coast or in Italy or somewhere like that. But this is black people. Like it was like magical. Yeah.
So how was the trip?
It was amazing. I was only there for 4 days. Trying to find time to stay away is the issue. But 4 days, I was grateful. The Windjammer had us there. It was amazing. We went to this small town called Sanfria. And it's in a volcano. Have you ever been to a volcano before?
No, and I've never been to St. Lucia.
You have to go. It is so beautiful. It's this cute, the Sanfria is this beautiful town right on the edge of in between these two peaks, these mountains, it looks fake. And to see it's all black people, because you'll see a town like that in Scotland or on the Amalfi Coast or in Italy or somewhere like that. But this is black people. Like it was like magical.
You know, and so how you call
South Freya?
South Freya.
South Freya?
And it's magical.
I tell you, South Freya.
I spent 4 days, you know, and I couldn't sleep because, you know, there was something to do. It's magical.
It's so beautiful, it looks fake.
Yes, precisely.
You know, honestly.
That's a postcard, you know, it looks fake. And that's true, you know. Every time I go to Soufrière by boat, Shelton, when you reach them and you're like...
The word is surreal.
Surreal, man. Yeah, surreal. It just looks, it takes your breath away every single time. You cannot get used to that. So, and she says, you must go to St. Lucia. And then we have some fellas teaming up with criminals, treasonous, trying to make the world believe that St. Lucia is so bad and we're so evil and everything is not good and we are sinking and the sky is falling and this and that. I mean, what world are they living in? You know, people come and they enjoy. In Jama, you got a big plug there. Nice, you know, I mean, free advertisement. You send the check to Real FM, what's it? Real FM? NBC, you know, free plug. Because the tourism product is tremendous. Yes, you have a few miscreants who doing stuff, but the police will get a handle. I know they have a lot spinning and saying it's Philip J. that's telling people to kill people. You know, the ridiculousness of it all. But in how you said it? Soufrière?
South Freya.
South Freya. I need to go to South Freya again, you know, and enjoy. You know, once I went snorkeling by how you call that beach there? Sugar Beach. Oh man, it is magical for true, you know. You know, I love the sea. I love to swim, a little snorkel. I'm not the best, but you know, I do a little thing to amuse myself, and it is wonderful, magical. So she used the right words, and I think India Ari has a song, you know, about St. Lucia. When she went there, man, as though the sea cleansed her. I'm forgetting the title of the song now, if you know it, by India Ari. She mentions St. Lucia because when she went in the waters there, you know, between the pitons, man, she just felt a cleansing, a mythical, you know, spiritual healing, man, a cleansing of her body and her soul. And she wrote a song about St. Lucia. I remember the name, you know, I gave it to Travis Wicks. Magical. So the lady is right. It is, St. Lucia is beautiful, it's magical, but we have a few miscreants, a few fellas who just, they don't understand that, you know, they behave yourselves, man, put down the guns. You understand? We cannot glorify crime. Yes, I know they do it on the other side because they believe that every murder is an opportunity for them to get back into power. It won't happen. You know, we are a magical country, and let us pick up our country, man. Let us stand united as we push our country, Shelton.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Terry. We're almost at the point where we have to take our commercial break.
I find that time does come very fast, Shelton.
Yeah. Well, today I think we covered. We have two more
videos.
No, if there is one within 2 minutes, we can play it. Yeah.
Joquan, let me see. Let me get.
You hadn't sent it to him yet?
No, he has everything. Direct. Let me tell you which one to play because. There's one with Ernest talking about education. Again, we have to remind the people what the government is doing. The video too.
You know, education transforms. And as a government, we have made a deliberate effort to create scholarships for children from families where they cannot afford to go to university, and to at least give one of them a chance to go to university. In addition to that, we've put monies at the Central Development Bank. Before, if you were going to take a student loan, you had to have the security. Now, if your family have nothing already, where are you getting security from? Where are you getting the land papers from? You have to go and beg a family member for land papers. They cut in style on you. Some of them tell you they're not giving it to you. But at least we put money in the bank now where if you have nothing, no security, no backer, nothing, you can still get some support. And of course, if you have security, you can get more, whatnot. And I'm telling you to tell you, we are trying to create an environment which children like yourselves get the best send-off in life, get the best opportunities. Because we believe if you get the education, it can transform generations thereafter. And that is a deep belief we have.
We live in empowering people. You know, we are social democrats, and we have to ensure that, you know, people are educated. That is what Danny Bush has said, you know, in his speech. He says, educate yourself about the things your party has done, your government has done. But more importantly, you need to educate yourself. Make yourselves available to the training opportunities. Do your CVQs. Do your degree. Educate yourself, because education is your road out of poverty. You understand? So that is the Labour Party. We'll do everything within our power to ensure that we have an educated workforce.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Terry. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. We go for our usual 1 p.m. break, and we'll be back shortly. I'm sure the telephone lines will be open not long thereafter.
Yes.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway. Call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Get ready for the most exciting football competition in St. Lucia. The JP It's a Side Medium Goals Football Competition is coming to the home of football in Foasson. Presented by John Paul, the SLP endorsed candidate for Babonneau. This tournament promises to be an unforgettable experience. Join us on Saturday, September 6th and Sunday, September 7th from 5 p.m. onwards. Compete against the best teams and win big. The prizes are as follows. First place winner, $2,000 in cash. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $500. Most goals, $250. And MVP, also $250. For more information, call 727-8180. Don't miss out on the action. Mark your calendars for September 6th and 7th and come support your favorite team at the home of football in Foasson. It's gonna be epic. The JP It's a Side Medium Goals Football Competition where skill meets excitement. See you there.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Thank you, everyone, for staying with the Real Issues powered by Blue Waters on this Wednesday, September the 3rd, 2025. The report, as published on stluciadailypost.com, is titled Marshall Shooting, Ex-Inmate Shot as Castries Grapples with Rising Gun Violence. It says a man who was recently released from prison was shot Wednesday morning in Marshall, Castries. His current condition remains unknown as authorities continue to investigate the incident. The shooting follows a disturbing wave of gunfire heard throughout the city on Tuesday, though the origins of that gunfire remain unclear. Law enforcement officials have maintained a visible presence across Castries amid growing concerns over what many residents describe as an increase in gun-related violence. In response, the government led by Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre has reiterated a zero-tolerance stance on crime and violence. The Prime Minister called for continued public support for the Royal St. Lucia Police Force as it intensifies efforts to combat criminal activity across the island. Police are urging anyone with information related to the Marshall shooting or other recent incidents to come forward to assist in the ongoing investigations. And we hope that people will, in fact, give their support and, help the police. Muriel Lima or Lina Finister, thank you so very much for the message. Says, love the color of your guest. It looks fantastic. And if I laugh out loud, what about my color? You don't like it? You don't like my blue? You don't like my gold and navy blue and yellow and so on? I suppose, I know how it goes already. All right, good afternoon to you, my love, and your guest. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Stay safe. God be with you. He's not my guest, he's my co-host. So, get that one right. Let me see. Another message. Did anyone send me other messages? Yeah, there are other messages, but Terry, I need to go over to him so that we can get going with that last of 3 videos, I think.
But before you go, thank you, Butu. You know who's Butu, right? Miguel. The song from Indiari, you go check it out. God is real, because when you were there snorkeling in Shelton, when you take that trip, we have to take that trip. It's between the pitons there. There is by Sugar Beach, great for snorkeling, and the other side, Anse Lavoine, that's the name, Anse Lavoine. Yeah, oh, tremendous. Yeah. Anse Lavoine is kind of frightening, Shelton, because there's a steep drop. Yeah, you walk about 5 feet into the water, and it just drops. You can't see the bottom of that, but it's wonderful. And Indiari, when she stepped in there, man, she wrote, because you came in touch with nature, and it's a spiritual experience, and she wrote the song, God is real. Yeah, God is real, for people who are not hypocrites, people who understand, who connect, and they can see the beauty and feel the presence of God in nature, things like that. So Indiari was on the right track, and she wrote that, God is real. Check it out. Next time you come to St. Lucia, man, go to, how you pronounce Soufrière? How did she pronounce that? Soufrière. Go to Soufrière, man, and you will, trust me, man, you'll come out a different soul. You'll come out more spiritual and more connected to the Creator than anything else. Let's roll video free. Jacqueline.
Through of the St. Jude Hospital reconstruction site, guided by the contractor's representatives, was different.
We started the walkthrough by going through the dialysis unit, as well as the laundry facility areas. We looked at the morgue, we looked at the sewer system. We also moved on to the other buildings, which included the emergency rooms, maternity rooms, the administrative section, account section, HR sections. We looked at the laboratory as well as all the other areas of the hospital.
After years of examining blueprints and renderings, the team was finally able to step inside and inspect 3 completed surgical rooms.
The construction itself is at an extremely advanced phase. We were clearly able to see every single section, in terms of its form, structure, and even in terms of paint, in terms of tiling, flooring, etc. So this is really what you need, the basic facility that you need. And of course, following this will be the equipment, the room loading, and of course the transitioning.
The site itself is a hive of activity, a potpourri of skilled and semi-skilled workers, many of them specialists from across the globe, carrying out dozens of tasks simultaneously. Construction and Industries Equipment Limited continues to work 18-hour days in a determined push to complete the project ahead of its schedule.
When we visited the facility, I must say that both myself as well as members of my team were quite impressed with the pace of progress on the project. This would not have been our first visit, so we would have been well aware of, let us say, where the project was maybe about a year ago, and, comparatively, there's been immense progress to date. Of course, there will always be one or two, areas where, slight adjustments will need to be made, but overall, in general, we do see the facility as one that can accommodate the health services, one that is, will facilitate us, providing patients with care in a manner that is compassionate, that is caring, and considerate of the needs of the clients that are served.
Earlier this year, the Prime Minister confirmed that medical furniture and equipment had begun arriving on site, a clear signal that the project is entering its final phase. While past delays have tested the patience of the public, officials now say the finish line is finally in sight, raising hope that the South will soon regain full hospital services after a 15-year wait. For the DBF.
Shelton, I have a bet for you.
Tell me.
I'm betting you, if you are a betting man, that Philip J. Pierre, the measured man, the steady man, the prudent man, will not be paid $1 million a month for transitioning to the hospital.
I don't think so.
You want to take that bet?
I'll lose it.
You'll lose it.
I'll lose it. Because I know on which side of the bet you'll put me.
Oh yes. We will not be paying $1 million a month to any foreign company, any foreign medical entity to transition from the stadium to the new. Now you saw that facility there? You saw that? That is what you call state of the art. State of the art is not what you see on the outside, State of the art is what is delivered. The equipment there and the services there. And trust me, the doctors down there, I know one very good, my brother's very good friend. He has become my very good friend too. I know and by the way, he's Nigerian. Expert. You see, we're talking about, look, St. Kitts, they have just established relations and visa-free travel from St. Kitts to Nigeria, and then you have fellas that are behaving like nincompoops because they don't understand international rates. Anyway, I said I was not talking any negativity today. Father, forgive me. Now, when you look at what's there, that is state of the art, and you saw it for yourself. I forgot. We need to give credit. Was that a DBS or an HTS clip? Thanks for the clip. Tremendous, and in no time. Well, I have an ingrown tunnel. I have to go and take it out, but my page Can you tell me how to take it out? Sheldon, is the injection after that? When they tell me they have to inject that.
Doctor knows best.
Doctor knows best. My page
and so you're afraid, but I can tell you they will kill the pin for you.
But you have to feel the prick. I got feel the prick already, guys.
Give you the anesthetic and so on, and you'll be okay, man.
Yeah, you think so?
Right now, they have a kind of needles that's so small you barely feel it when that make your skin, They have some needles, I don't know how they make it.
Now, sir, I told you my doctor, Dr. Suraj, good. I had surgery, you could see there, for my thyroid. Okay. And when I went to take all the stitches, it was infected. And Suraj looked at me and said, boy, I have to give you 10 injections in that. Bro, when leave it up, let me see.
And then when you finish, you barely felt anything.
So because we have a very good rapport. I could tell you, Dr. Suraj and I, very good rapport. We're talking more like brothers, instead of. He said, what happened to you, boy? You really coward, Gasa. And use some choice words. Gasa, I look at me, Gasa, I get up. And Shelton, when I stood up, I just took off my shirt. I look at him, I say, okay, let me go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the neck, it wasn't 10, it was 8.
Yeah, it was 8 of them.
And because...
And you contract yourself.
Mais fâché là ça.
Marché café.
But me say office now I be back I take on the whole shirt because when you finish it, I put my shirt on. Me say remember.
What was all that?
What was all that? Yeah. And I took that in my neck. So I'll brave it and go because you know why?
What was all that? Yeah.
I want to match from the stadium.
Yes.
I bought some new Pumas just for our girl,
Right.
What's her name? Our Juju. I ordered some new Pumas I have there I want to wear to match to St. Jude for Juju. You understand? So unless somebody knows a way to take it out without giving me an injection, let me know. But I have to. But the hospital is on stream. People, our government is working. What's his first name again? Buttram. Our government is working. And they're delivering.
You're talking about Jusman?
Jusman,
okay.
Yeah, Jusman sang it, but Buttram wrote it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
Buttram Jean.
Buttram Jean, you wrote it.
Senator Allison.
So now Shelton, we're not going to waste too much time. You know, I heard somebody on Facebook after us, but that's okay. We're not going to give you the time of day. So we're going to open the lines when you're ready, Shakwan. The lines are open to discuss, and we played some stuff. The economic growth. The wizardry, the positive wizardry of our Prime Minister guiding the nation. 4 years of positive economic growth. Robust. You heard the report, and it is from the figures of the IMF. These were not contrived. We didn't doctor any books. We're giving you the raw figures and the basic truth.
Okay, calls coming in now. Let's take the first one. Real issues, you're on the air. Go ahead. Okay.
Pardon.
Let's bougonner. Parlez. On le téléphone à présent.
Ok, mauvais job, vous 3 noms de son IBN souffle. 3 noms ça avoué Prime Minister, ça chassé, avoué Guy, et avoué Spider. Mauvais 3 ces noms ça de son IBN souffle, because je vais parler top magie. Ça est tout le monde boudy.
Mais on sait mon cas bien souffle, so on est boudy no which part, you know. Pas de nous faire do see which part. They go find out that to say.
Mais dernier pour là il juste point bas. Là on a vu yo.
Okay, all right.
Ma voyez prépare pour là because je vais moudi tout le monde. Mon voyez descendre pas fond.
All right. But the only day côté vous voulez yo ça, you know. You bring them to swim in the sulfur spring.
Là mon voyez yo. Là pas de magie ouais. Là l'autre nom qu'on a vu là tout après ça ou ça. Ou ça qui mon petit coup là.
Okay.
Ou ça qui mon
Non, ma connaître qui mon on est de non.
Ah mais petit bout coup là qui a parlé magie même ko yo même. Ma ka lo menon.
Okay, all right. Okay. Merci un peu.
All right.
You can WhatsApp call us on 487-9849. That's 758-487-9849, and on our landline 4533-911. We have begun taking your calls. So if there's anyone else on the line, then we can take that call straight away. You're on the air. Go ahead. Hello.
Good afternoon, comrade.
Hi, good afternoon to you.
It's a sunny day in the Republic of Labrador. Okay. I remember when the PM said we come in.
Yeah.
So now I'm seeing what he was talking about. St. Jude's is being completed. And remember what Shah said? He said, if St. Jude's finish, we finish. So, Kakase Bugla Hatmas, because you can St. Jude's finish. The pots is going on with GPH and all these things. So I cannot blame the guys. Yes, you say who to blow by $1 so. Yes, you've seen all this progress happening. So your chances of coming back it's become very slim.
Okay.
So the guys, yes. So you see that most of them they're just singing for their supper because you are aware we shut your here yes. So I'm very proud of the achievement of the government because when I saw the progress of St. Joe's, you can see that St. Joe's is literally 95% complete right now. So yes, and remember anniversary is coming up. I think it's the 9th of this month.
Yes.
I was hoping and praying that it would have opened for that date, but apparently it can't. But whenever it's open, we will be thankful for that, especially in the south.
Right.
So I want to big up PGP, tell him continue the good work. I mean, and I know that in spite of the big tractors, he don't focus on that. He has work to do. He focus on the work at hand to do, and let them talk. Yes, so, buddy. Guys, on a serious note, on the 7th, no got this on Miko.
We got the second one, Miko.
On the 7th.
Miko.
Yeah.
And you go by Fale Miko.
How about
the oh boy.
Qu'est-ce qu'a fait Miko?
Who pattern and yet go by government got by intervention that he needed to have the activity on the 7th, the day of the anniversary of Sir John, at the place Sir John was representing.
Right.
Okay.
So he can make the footman to come to safety, come to the act.
Nous allons aller ensemble. On va chasse Nick Aspehead.
No, but the pressure do it's between good and evil, light and darkness. So which one would you prefer?
Yo, okay, mavle lightly, mavle beauty, mavle anye qui ne pou fè. Et puis bagay li se preacher, li ka prêcher bay moun, li se prêtre là, ka mette gol dans l'œil tout bay comme ça.
Nous kay garder qui mané kay habillé, nous kay garder qui mané kay habillé dimanche.
Ah, volonté.
Ah,
moi il ka vinn si men parce qu'al te vie ça dans les mois.
Oui, a future man the bad Adventist, they okay can show.
Merci un peu.
Okay, have a good one, bye.
Happy Wednesday. Dr. Suraj is the uncle of Kifson Charles. First Roselle. And that is coming from someone who should know.
Yeah.
It's coming from Angie Kedu. We know he's the secretary in the constituency office of Honorable Moses Jean-Baptiste in
Dr. Suraj has been my doctor for a long time.
Thank you very much for that information. So it looks like Kifson is well connected.
Well connected, man. Yeah. Dr. Suraj,
we have
good
another
doctor,
call
man.
on the line.
Yeah.
487-9849. That is the number on which you can WhatsApp call us. 758-487-9849. And you can also reach us on the landline, which is 4533-911. Let's see some other messages there. Let me see that. Someone says, hi, a message to the Labour Party. The UWP are using a tick to have the ladies in the party to attack the men on the Labour side and use it as the men in the Labour abusing women. Okay, I'm not too sure what is meant there. But trickery is something, and people trying to set you up is something. Good afternoon to Murky Xavier of Mico South. Brother Murky is also someone who's on the board of the St. Lucia Marketing Board. Also, I think he might be the deputy chairman or something. Hardworking man also. He had an accident some time ago. I hope he's fully recovered. Gardener and so on, victim of radial larceny, but a hard worker in the Mico South constituency as well. Hi, Real Issues, you're on the air.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
I'd like to ask a question. I hear Mr. Joseph keep on playing down people's level of education.
Yes, speak up a bit for us.
Playing down people's intelligence. Sunday, he said the Prime Minister intelligence was almost that of a primary school child, including Mr. Claudius Francis, which is a disgrace and all sorts of things. He said that, the only thing that Stephen King has is a marriage certificate, whilst he has a bachelor's and a master's. Can you please tell me in what he has a bachelor's and a master's for him to have been a level of portfolio he was given? Is he able to hold with what? Because up to now, I have no idea. He have not said. All he said, he has a bachelor's and a master's. Listening to the gentleman, can anybody say this man have any bachelor's or master's just by the way he speaks? Listening, I'll say one thing: the period poverty. In July, Antigua had all secondary school children instead of just a carnival to represent, and each of them had to advocate of something that was troubling them, something they needed to do. And one secondary school girl came with period poverty, and it was very, very extensive about the indignity and all of those things that faces young women and girls that are at school. And you could not believe how intelligent that young lady sounded. She had all her facts and everything put together. You hear Mr. Guy say not even Haiti, people using that in Haiti, yet you hear England, you hear Scotland, you hear the United States, you hear so many countries are talking about that same period poverty. So many things he keep on saying, and yet you just have to, other countries are taking on those things as though he has no knowledge of all of those things. So how can you say you have a bachelor's, none of those things you know about? Can you imagine Mr. Joseph going and represent people at the UN or any other international conference of thing, and then you can sit in St. Lucia or listen and say that you are proud because what you are hearing as is really an intelligent person speaking that is actually making St. Lucia look good. every time you hear them, I'm wondering what bachelors and masters he has. If the bachelors and masters is in stupidity. Come on.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, the question we need to ask, this bachelors and masters that Mr. Guy Joseph says he has, which institution granted them to him? That's one.
Yes.
When we find out which institution, we need to find out what is the accreditation and the certification of that institution. Is it accredited and certified to grant degrees? Is it accredited to certified to grant first degrees, which is the bachelor's? Is it accredited and certified to grant advanced degrees, which is the master's and the PhDs? The easiest thing, when you own a school or a university, you call it, whatever it is, or your wife owns it, and that school grants you degrees and so on, the question is, was it a matter of influence to dress you up and make you look good that you got that qualification? What rigors of academic rigors and research rigors did you go through, you know, that would qualify you to receive that degree? And the body conferring it upon you, with what higher body in the state or the region, whatever, is it registered? Ministry of Education, if we have an accreditation board and so on, are they registered with it and so on, and do they recognize that level of qualification? That doesn't mean that. It's just thing, you know, your wife owns a school and you actually go and say if you're going to build 10 schools for her.
Wife.
Are those degrees from, how do they call it, Lynchburg? That's the name of it?
Lynchburg College.
Lynchburg College and so on. Did it grant them? And if Lynchburg College grant them, does Lynchburg College have the certification, a degree granting certification? You know, do they have that? And more so, do they have it for the degrees that you hold? The first degree, the bachelor's, and the advanced degree, the master's, in the subject area that you claim to have it, you know? Yeah, your questions, answer them, they're very simple to answer. We have two callers on the line. Let's take the first one. Real Issues, you're on the air.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. How do you do?
I'm doing okay, and you?
I'm just not getting the vibe from you because you have already said what I had in my mind to say.
Yeah,
you know definitely the certificate was handed to the man. It's my school. It's my university. I don't have to do anything. My wife just write me a certificate, dress me good, and go receive my certificate. So, let me say something to you. His qualifications and Alan's qualifications came from the same place.
You think so?
People, oh yeah. But they cannot fool us anymore. Our choice is clear.
That's right.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you very much.
And keep doing what you are doing. You are doing it good.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, do we have the other caller? Okay. The other caller seems to have left. Okay, let's take that other call. Maybe that will take us into the break. Real Issues, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. I was being crossed a while ago.
Okay.
Good
How
afternoon.
are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well.
Yes.
I had a discussion with a few guys last weekend, and I'm saying to them, I am a voter who's not decided where I'm going to vote. What do you have to offer to me?
Yes.
They have nothing to offer. I listened to, was it Laura and Mrs. Johnson last week?
Yes.
Is it a situation where everybody must be respected or just women must be respected in politics? I heard one of them say that when Richard should look in the mirror. When he looks in the mirror, he will not see Sylvester Stallone and the number of stars. And you know what they say he will see when he looks in the mirror? Froggy. So when you can relate to him that way, and I heard Spider referring to the Prime Minister in such derogatory manner, is it just you want us to respect your women or say nice thing about the women, or you are supposed to respect everybody who's going to put himself out? And you know what they said? It's okay for Spider to say all what he said because he's not a candidate. He is just the PRO. That is who's representing you. That is who's speaking on your behalf. That is who you are sending out to speak on your behalf. So if he, and you know what? I am taken aback when I hear these guys talking about the level of crime in St. Lucia. Spider openly said to St. Lucian and to the world that he is ready to take on Richard Frederick physically, and that he's going to give him a slap that he's going to feel that he's missing both eyes. So you're telling me that's how young people, you have young people like Rush and all of these guys who are following you, that is how you are going to tell them to resolve their problems physically. I am taken aback. I don't even know. They don't present anything new. They do not come with anything new. The same rhetoric every Sunday, the same thing every Sunday is an added nail to the coffin. Keep on doing what you are doing, my good brother.
Okay, thank you very much. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. We'll take our break right now, and then when we come back, we'll take more of your calls and your messages.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Get ready for the most exciting football competition in St. Lucia. The JP, it's a side medium goals football competition, is coming to the home of football in Foasson. Presented by John Paul, the SLP endorsed candidate for Babonneau. This tournament promises to be an unforgettable experience. Join us on Saturday, September 6th and Sunday, September 7th from 5 p.m. onwards. Compete against the best teams and win big. The prizes are as follows. First place winner, $2,000 in cash. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $500. Most goals, $250. And MVP, also $250. For more information, call 727-8180. Don't miss out on the action. Mark your calendars for September 6th and 7th and come support your favorite team at the home of football in Foasson. It's gonna be epic. The JP, it's a side medium goals football competition where skill meets excitement. See you there.
Another hurricane season is upon us. Make this year different. Equip yourself with a backup power generator from JH Launchers Electric. We can source and supply any size, anytime to your specifications. But the best part is we stock generators. No more long waiting and delays for your home unit. We proudly stock from 2,000 watts all the way to 26,000 watts gas and diesel generators. Automatic and manual transfer switches are also in stock. Visit JH Launchers Electrics today.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with big issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Staying with the real issues, we are back on. I already see that we have 2 calls, so we'll line them up. Let's take the call. Thanks for calling, Real Issues. Let's have your call, please.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
And how are you all?
We are okay.
Let me tell you, I will disagree with anybody who says that guy did not have a degree. You remember there was a spray some time ago?
Yes.
A guy have a degree, 20% north and 30% south. Yeah, so all degrees are degrees.
Yes.
That's what he have.
Yeah, I could tell you what he has degrees in it, but I'll leave that for another time.
And let me tell you, my choice is clear. I'm staying with Mr. Pierre.
Right.
I'm a pensioner, 3.9%.
Oh, yes. That's the latest increase.
All come we go.
Yes. You won't vote against yourself.
Then.
Very good.
No. All right, then. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. We have another call. Let's take the other call. Thanks. Let's go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, how you doing, gentlemen?
We are good. Shelton just stepped out for a minute, but he's
I have already spoken and made it clear that I am the prophet who prophesies. Once in a while you'll hear my voice out there. I look through a window yonder and I see 75% and 15%. Meaning, the choice is clear, it is written on the wall. And I don't know why Mr. Guy Joseph, the last time I spoke to him and asked him to speak as a man of integrity and no low down, dirty talk is going to take you anywhere. We need people of integrity. We need people that speak with people that will respect you wherever you go around the world. If you have all those degrees, why not? And if you are a scholar, you would speak with integrity. Am I clear, gentlemen?
Yes, you are.
Okay? I have these degrees and I don't go around talking about them and spreading them all around.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? The bottom line is, when you behave with this kind of personality, you're going to have a high fall. And there'll be no modified hip replacement that could fit you to put you back up. You're following a clown. You're making all that noise. And that clown is not making any mileage.
Yeah.
They see him as a white man and doesn't get nowhere. White people can conduct themselves with integrity, except that fool, which everybody fool in the United States, Donald Trump. So what I'm saying at this time, people who are educated, who are edified, those who are even independent like me would stop and look, listen, and understand, and not just throw themselves out there just because they make noise like a drum full of bottles coming down a hill. Nothing inside. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So at this time, right, if you want to win an election and have to do a configuration of yourself and your mentality and your personality, and for people to see through the glass that you are protruding, that you are inside, to come out with substance and sense, that is not how you speak to the electorate. That is now not how you conduct yourself. The idiots that are out there on the street behave better. And I hope that sends a signal. I prophesy what I have prophesied. The Lord does not lie, and he speaks to his servant. The writing is on the wall. As an independent, I have seen the promised land. I have seen the writing on the wall. And it's about to slap all of these guys in their faces, and they will need what you call hip replacement. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. We have another caller on the line. Real
Good
issues.
afternoon, not so gentlemen.
How are you doing?
How are you? I'm there.
How's your daughter? How's your daughter doing?
She's there. I'm actually on my way to the hospital to do my shift.
All right.
Okay.
But, you know, she's getting there, and I'll tell you something.
His daughter had to be hospitalized because of some respiratory ailment.
Yeah. The medical staff, the nurses, the doctors, everyone at OKU have been amazing. You know, if you have any doubts about our healthcare professionals, like a particular former minister of government who don't trust getting the wrong injection.
Who said he can have the slightest sniffle, he rushes overseas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something I said to my friend Merle Clark last night. I said to her, after dealing with doctors there, I got over the fear of I wish Merle was here. You understand? Because the same type of care that I would expect from my friend, I got it from our doctors and nurses, and still getting at the OKEO.
Right.
Shelton, I sent you something last Friday, and unfortunately there was no show.
Okay.
But the video has been making the rounds, and I believe it's indicative of the type of people who have hijacked the United Workers' Party and have rebranded it as the new WP, the new Worthless Party. Pinky King. Do you know this was Stevenson King's sister-in-law? And even as a flubbo, is not even a supporter of Stevenson King. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She was the one who called the Janie Come Latelys. I come in. Sorry. She was the one who called the Johnny Come Latelys, Laura and Marcella, to say to them that what is happening, Sapa Flabo. Let's speak about what we want to do, what we are going to do. And let's forget the Mepui, the personal attacks, and even the AI generated videos of people posing as reporters allegedly being assaulted by ministers of government. Right? And you saw the ate up. You saw that video, Shelton. They ate up.
Yes.
So we are allowed to be right in our own heads even when we are 100% wrong. And if you challenge us, you have a problem. And that's how Alan Chastney has operated. He continues to operate, and that's how he has programmed all the cronies around him. Because now those same Johnny Come Latelys, the Minerva Woods, the Soraya, Crazy, Alexander, formerly Ernest, can't find a husband, will never get a husband. She is, the flip-flopper is now attacking people like Pinky King, who has been a faithful flubber for all those years, who has gained a lot of respect from the real stalwarts of the United Workers' Party is being ostracized by Janie Come-Latelys because she said to them they need to act like a political party who wants to be in government. And I want the Flobos listening and the Labours listening to think about that. And when you speak about the difference in philosophy between the current parties, the two current parties, and think of how Flobo eats their own, not treat their own, eat their own. And think of a Labour Party and know where to put your X when that election, which is coming very, very, very soon, comes around. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thanks a lot. We're taking your calls until 2 o'clock. Don't forget. And, Miguel, his daughter, who I think is just 8, came down with some respiratory ailment. And it looked like there was some infection involved and had to be taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
And it came on so suddenly, it took him, by surprise. So, folks, I'm taking this opportunity to ask you, be careful. Don't take anything for granted. Yadi, as you know, is out for this whole week because of some respiratory ailment that he's come down with, and other people have been complaining about different kinds of things affecting their voice, hoarseness, and so on. So just watch it, be careful. Don't take anything for granted. There's endless stuff in the air. If it's not Sahara dust, it's something else, and so on. So and don't forget, COVID is still around. It's not it's not that at the pandemic level that it was, but it's still around. It hasn't gone away, and it's likely going to be one of those things that's endemic that will just be subsisting in our midst for quite some time. We have a call on the line. Real Issues.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Shelton Daniel and Mr. Terence Fenelon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Just two things from me. The first one, I realize that our number of constituencies have been the same from 1974 with the 17. I would have hoped with a two-thirds majority in the House that we would have done some constitutional reform, which was started some years ago. I am hoping that that's something that after the next general election, we can give some serious thought to, because it's 50 years since we have, over 50 years since we have that. We went from 3 to 9 to 10 to the 17 over the years. The second thing is that over this week, well, from last week, we've clips and talk about the completion of St. Jude's. Since the PM mentioned that elections will not be called before St. Jude's is completed, it seems that has stirred up some people, and there is now talk of elections around the corner. I am one who don't think that we should call an early election. From when you got adult suffrage, 1967, Mr. Felano? 1967, we were able to do some of our own administration, and we had our elections and whatever else. The times that early elections have been called, Labour has always found itself in trouble. In 2001, we went from 16-1 to 14-3. And having a 14-3 majority, we called it early, and we ended up losing that election again. So I am very careful in providing any fuel to an early election. We have until November next year for elections to be called. I think right now the Flabos are up in air. Let them continue their pace, whatever they're doing. But I don't think right now the PM or the Labour Party should look into early election. The other reason I have for that is there are so many projects and stuff that has to be done. Let these things be completed. Get new ones done. I think Shelton was the one who said sometime, overachieve. Do things more than you plan to do. But I don't think we should venture into calling an early election as soon as we transition into St. Jude's or we think that, we have done enough. Let's overachieve and let the term come to its completion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.
Let's start for Joseph, 1951. We are again at the 1951.
Yes.
All right? Just felt I should correct that.
Okay, we have another call on the line. Real issues.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I am well.
Okay.
Mr. Ranilo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
I don't like that you... Anyhow, you know what? Let me see then.
What goes around comes around, The people who trying to spite and slight me, they're getting a kickback from the other side.
Shelton, it's almost 2 o'clock. Behave yourself, please. Allow me.
Go ahead.
By the way, Terry, it's Ashley Voin.
No, there's an L there,
Yes, Ashley Voin.
There's an L. Ans Lavoine. Something like that. Yeah.
That is it.
Ans Lavoine.
Let me tell you all. You see that visit to St. Jude yesterday or whatever day it was by the powers that be? I think we need to get counselors for the other side. They would need debriefing, counseling, tut bagay, because things are way past. St. Jude's is better than coming. You understand? I want to ask a question. Is there a statute of limitations, quote unquote, on corruption? As in, I was in government, I did a whole lot of corruption during my stint, my 5 years. 5 years later, the special prosecutor has done nothing. Can he still continue investigating into another 5-year term, especially if his contract is not ended or renewed?
I think when these guys won in 2016, one of the first things they did was to pass legislation, putting no statute of limitation on that,
Okay.
because they thought they were coming for the SLP, Labour Party. So I remember that debate in the House where they passed the legislation saying there is no statute of limitation on this kind of thing. So
in
yes,
any
you're
case,
correct.
statute of limitation can only be applied if the thing has not yet entered the prosecution chain. But if charges have already been filed, you understand, and so on, there can be no movement in terms of actually taking the matter. But the fact is that is already on the books there. That is already filed. It's already logged and so on. So it's not a matter that they can say we're throwing out, because so much time has passed. If you take so long between when something allegedly occurred and then to charge the person, then you can talk about statute of limitations arising.
Yes, I'm asking that on the basis that we have people who are taking issue with the seeming inaction of the special prosecutor. That is way above and beyond my pay grade. Okay? I don't know what's happening with the special prosecutor. I don't know who he reports to. And when he reports to who he reports to, what is happening. So I simply want to know if he does nothing in his first term of appointment, can he continue in his second term if he's reappointed? Because we know one of the campaign promises was to ensure that fellas like Guy. Now mind you, if the corruption miss him and the father of the 12-year-old decides to pursue him, either way is whole culpable. But that side, I am so ashamed for the women of that side. And if this is what women representation is going to be for me, I am in a rush to vote for Mr. Pierre because the choice is clear. Uemwe, I'm getting out of here. Bye-bye.
And you're staying with Mr. Pierre. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Mr. Pierre, don't stay with Mr. Pierre already. I'm getting out of here, meaning allowing somebody another 5 minutes.
You're getting out of here, Pusa, buying a lot munle, okay?
That is it.
You're awesome. You are awesome today. I'm proud of you today, So, you did well. I suspect all will be forgiven. Okay. We have time to take a couple more calls, and the number is 758-487-9849, and already the screen is lighting up. I think we have another call coming in.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? I'm okay.
Okay, good. I keep hearing people asking about the special prosecutor. Is he working? Is he not working? Or whatever. I can say categorically for sure. I can say for sure, 100% sure, that this office is working presently with 7 cases right now.
It's working what?
They are working with 7 cases. They're investigating 7 cases right now.
That's the special prosecutor's office.
Right, 7 of them.
Okay.
But you know, Mr. Innocent, he likes to dot his I's and cross his T's because you cannot take a matter to court on circumstantial evidence. You have to have hard facts and documentations and what have you. So the gentleman is taking his time. It appears that people are frustrated, which I understand, but I know for a fact that he's working on 7 cases right now. And there are some people who are already getting jittery because they know that the investigation is going on, questions are being asked, documentations are being sought and received, and they are afraid. Some of them can't even talk right now because they know what is coming. Some of them are trying to move money. Understand? These days monies have legs, but they can, forensic can always get what they're looking for. So I have no fear when it comes to the special prosecutor. I know for a fact that he's working.
Okay. All right. Thanks for that.
Now, the second thing I'll say again. In reference to St. Jude's, I pray, and I pray that this man who called Timothy Audition some time ago, 2 or 3 years now, when he said if Philip J. Pierre rebuild St. Jude's, that they should burn St. Jude's. Now that Philip J. Pierre has rebuilt St. Jude's, I hope, because I know this party is of the violent type already, I hope they don't follow up on that to burn St. Jude's. Because trust me, I'm going to get me to wherever he is. This St. Jude's get done, trust me. Because we can't take a lot of money to bring back St. Jude's. And all your rhetoric on burn St. Jude's, burn St. Jude's. We have to burn St. Jude's if Philip Pierre rebuild St. Jude's. And none of the people, when he said that, tell him this is not our language, we don't ascribe to that kind of thing. None of them. They kept quiet and said nothing. Yeah. Understand? So we have to be careful. We are happy that St. Jude's going to be completed, but we must also be mindful of the fact that that threat is still out there.
Okay.
Mr. Bermuda man, I remember that threat very clearly. If you're listening. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I got a message from Tricky, Felix Fontenelle, saying condolences to Jean-Francois, I think he means Jean-Francois Sonson, and family on the passing of his mother yesterday. Jean-Francois Sonson was a banker once, and he also worked with the teachers.
Teachers
at one time. He was also chairman of Radio St. Lucia for a period, while I worked there. So my condolences to you, Mr. Sonson, and to the rest of your family, if in fact this message is accurate. All right? Yeah. We have a call on the line? Okay, let's make this our final call. Hi, good afternoon, Real Issues.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon to you.
Let me not burn your time. Esusa, Susela soufflet. A même là, Monsieur Shelton?
Yeah, on laisse la chair, c'est un soufflet, ma.
D'accord, monsieur. So how you want these guys to attack the economic plan of St. Lucia that is being developed by the Prime Minister right now? They cannot. And that's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much, Betty, who says, enjoy the balance of your day to you, Mr. Daniel, and Mr. Fenelon as well. Let's see if I can read a couple of messages. You can roll in the lotto if it comes in. With another one says about Taraji Henson, the way she pronounced soufre. It seems she spoke with Alan Shasley at some point. I don't think so. I think her pronunciation was genuine. Of a foreigner. It was quaint. It was exotic. Yeah. It even gave that little
some romantic man.
Soufria, It sounded good, Because knowing that it came from a bona fide, genuine foreigner, apart from somebody who's the MP representing a constituency and calls it Deraso. The other question, someone says, is what I said about Guy Joseph. He has to answer some simple questions about his degree so that we can know about its authenticity. Was it granted by the school that his wife owns or operates? A person said, "More dear Shelton, you're asking some master blaster questions
And
there."
that school is no longer in operation.
Yeah, the other question is, what good is certification if you cannot demonstrate any academic competence when you speak? So, I think these are fair questions.
So CHCTI went down, and Lynchburg also went down.
Yes. Another message, and like I said, Jaquan, you can just fade me out at any time. It can be clearly said, almost with a deep sadness, the opposition party, its leaders and surrogates have absolutely nothing to offer the thinking, thoughtful citizens of St. Lucia. Nada. Rest in peace, a dead party. All right, so thank you so very much, everyone, for being part of the Real Issues today. Thank you very much, Terry, for being here with us once again. And Jaquan, another great spell at the controls and with the calls. Same time tomorrow, God willing, all things equal. Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Shelton Daniel signing out.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
Get ready for the most exciting football competition in St. Lucia. The JP, it's a side